Hello, in this video I will show you how to create a quick site analysis in Revit using Planary. This analysis will include floor areas and statistics, setting up project preferences, calculating unit mix and parking spaces, and exporting all data to an Excel sheet. To learn more and download the add-in, visit our website linked in the description below. On the right we have the Revit view and on the left Planary. On my site I have 4 buildings. I have an existing building, Building A, which will be a mixed-use building. I have Building B, which is gonna be an office building, and we also have 2-story amenity building. My building and all the building parts are linked to fill regions in Revit. As you can see, when I select the building part in Planary, it will be highlighted in the 3D view and also will be selected in Revit. I can always modify my fill regions and see the changes in Planary immediately. To learn more about Planary and how to link fill regions to Planary elements, check out our full video tutorial linked in the description below. Now I will assign programs for my building spaces. When selecting the building part, under Properties, I can rename and change parameters like number of floors and floor height. For this building part, under Use, I will select Retail. This one will be residential. The upper floors and the towers will be residential as well. In this project, I need to provide also office spaces. I will select Building B. Let's rename this building part and select the use to be office. I will change the number of floors. Let's make it 10 stories. Next, I have an existing building. If I click and go to the properties, I don't have a use for the existing building. We also have an amenity building, so I'm going to create new building spaces. To do that, I'll go to Options, Preferences. Under the Building Spaces tab, I can find all my building spaces. I'm gonna go to Plus and create new building space. I'm going to rename it to be Existing. I'll give it a color. Now I want to exclude this building space from the GFA, which is the gross floor area, and from the TFA, which is the total floor area. For each building space, we have color. We can include it in our area calculation and check if it contains residential units or not. We can control the efficiency of the building space. This is how we calculate the GFA from the total floor area. And also the cell efficiency. This is how we calculate the net sellable area. We can also give the required parking spaces. It could be per unit for residential or per floor area. For the existing, we don't need parking spaces. I'm gonna create a new use. It will be my amenity space. I will pick purple for the color. And no additional parking required. Let's give it 90% efficiency. Let's click Save. Now when I click on the building part, I can find under Use, Existing. Let's select the amenity building and amenity for the use. In Planary, we can also assign land use. I will pick the surface and set it to be greenery. Next to our 3D view, we have the analysis dashboard. Here we can see the total floor area, the gross floor area, the site area, the floor space index, which is the ratio of the gross floor area to the site area. We have the BCR, which is the building footprint ratio, the total height, the number of stories, and the net sellable area. From this number, we count the units and calculate the unit mix. Here we have the parking count. Next to the analysis tab, we have the area distribution tab. Here we can see the building spaces by area and percentage. We also can see the land use per site. We can jump between the TFA and the GFA and also the NSA. Next to each building or land, we have a checkbox. With the check-in or uncheck-in, we can include or exclude buildings from the statistics and from the Excel data file when exporting. Our dashboard also has the unit mix breakdown. To modify the unit mix, we can go to Preferences, I will make sure the residential space contains residential units. I will go to the Unit Mix tab. Here we can rename our unit types, assign colors, change the average size and the percentage from the total count. For example, let's change the 1 bedroom to be 60% and 20% for the 2 bedroom unit. We can create a new type or delete, and after saving, we can see the calculation right away. The next thing that we're gonna do is to create underground parking. I want to have an underground under building A, which will give us the number of the provided parking spaces. I'm gonna right-click on the building A, select Add Building Part, and pick my fill region from Revit. I'm gonna name it to be underground parking. And it's going to be 2 stories. We can see here a checkbox say underground. I'm gonna check it and my parking will be flipped to be underground. Select underground parking for the use. We can instantly see the number of provided parking. To set up the calculation, we can go back to Preferences and the Parking tab, change the color, and also decide if it's included in the TFA or GFA. The parking space is calculated by area, so now it's 27. We can change it to be 30. At any point, I can go back to Revit and adjust the geometry of the fill region. The final step is to export our data. I'll go to File, Export, Excel data file. I will select the folder and save it. And here on the folder, we also got a screenshot of our model. In the datasheet, we can see a summary of all the statistics, the unit mix, the building heights, and the breakdown of each site and building. Thanks for watching and see you next time.